On this episode of Comedians in a Comedy Club Answering Questions, we ask, what's the worst advice your parents have ever given you?
When I was about 17, my mum saying, you need to find a nice boy and settle down.
My mum once said to me, if you ever get a woman pregnant, I'm going to get you a one-way ticket to Darwin. It's not really advice. It's more of just a statement of fact. Never happened, so I missed out on growing up in Darwin.
Go to uni.
Go to uni.
Just finish your degree. I'm sure it'll come in handy one day.
Stay in school. No.
I shouldn't be going to uni. I'm an idiot.
You'll get a good job. And I did, but it took a while, and it wasn't because of uni.
Turned out it wasn't really needed for what I do, but I enjoyed it.
But my dad did a trade. That was the one thing he said. Whatever you do, don't get a trade. And I didn't get a trade, and now I wish I did, because I'm unemployable.
You really want to be a comedian? Yeah, okay, go for it.
I remember once my dad was watching the news and the Prime Minister, John Howard, was there, and my dad said, that'll be you one day. And I was like, oh, really? You believe in me, Dad? And then my brother was like, do you really think that shit? Right. That's probably the worst advice.
Believe in yourself. No, just...
Bitcoin's got a lot of potential.
You should be a teacher.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Dad. I really appreciate it. Are you reading this Bitcoin's got potential from those emails you got from Wakanda.biz? People pushing fucking vibranium coin on you? Oh my God.
I'm going to say it's great advice, but it's also horrible because it came out of my mum's mouth.
Keep going with the comedy, kid. No.
Don't ever fake an orgasm. It's just rude.
I have taken to reading my dad's emails he forwards for me about cryptocurrency in a Nigerian accent. So he actually goes, oh, it feels like a scam, because he reads it in his own voice and goes, this is actually got some potential. Then I walk into his room. It's like, the cryptocurrency market stands to bring the corrupt banking system to its knees. And he goes, oh, actually, that does sound like a bit of a scam. And I don't like doing this racist accent, obviously, I know. But as my great Nigerian prince grandfather once said, sometimes to defeat the monster, you have to become the monster.
Be yourself.
Bitcoin forever.
That I'm just as smart as my sister and that they love me just as much.
That things get better with time.
She's a lawyer.
First advice my dad ever gave me. I don't know if it's advice, but he didn't give me advice that was bad, but I learned from his lessons. One year he fell asleep on a train in New York City, and he woke up with his shoes gone. Someone took his shoes. My mom actually did the same thing. She fell asleep on a train, and they stole my Christmas presents. So it's more of a learning by example what not to do, and that is don't fall asleep on a train, which of course I do all the time.
My father once told me computers were a fad in the 80s. He said, oh, I bought a Commodore VIC-20, and he went, computers, mate? Nah, fad, just, so that.
Wait, you tell me I've got the same fucking answer as some cunt who's been going a year? Start it again. Start it again.
Bitcoin forever.